Good afternoon, dear students. How are you all? How are you, grade 3? Hi, everyone. Today we will start with a new lesson. Please bring your books and pencils and let's start our lesson after 1 minute, okay? So we will start after 1 minute. Hi, dear. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi, Dina. Hi, Maryam. Lamar also, Jenna. Rina. Okay, yes, Rina, we have no, not revision, new lesson. Okay. Hi, Maria. Yes, today we will start with lesson 2 in chapter 2. Compare and order fractions and decimal. So please bring your books and open it on page 75. Okay, and let's start. Excellent, Lena. Thank you. So, girls, let's start with our lesson. Today we will talk about compare between fractions and decimal. Okay, how I will compare between fraction number and decimal number. So let's start now. Okay, bring your books and open it on page 75. If I want to compare between two fractions, okay, you remember when I want to compare between two fractions, first thing I have to make denominators the same or numerators the same. Okay, so when two fractions have the same denominator, like this one, like this example, okay, 2 over 3 and 1 over 3. You remember I told you you have to compare between the numerator, not me, maybe Miss Fatma told you that you have to compare between numerator, right? So you have to compare between numerator and forget the denominator when you have the same denominator, okay? So you have 2 over 3, 1 over 3. If you compare between 2 and 1, which one is the greater number? 2 greater than 1. That's mean I will put the symbol greater than to this side, okay? So when I have the same numerator, very easy, yes. When I have the same numerator, not denominator, I told, or you know that when you have the same numerator, the comparing now will be between the denominator, but I will do the opposite strategy. What I mean when I have 2 over 3 and 2 over 5, so I have the same numerator 2 and 2. Now I will compare between denominator 3 and 5. Which one is the greater number? Which one? Just 1 minute, girls. Okay, now if I want to compare between denominator 3 and 5, which one is the greater? 5 greater than 3, right? But when I want to compare between denominator, I will put the symbol in the opposite way. That's mean if 5 is the greater number, I will put the symbol on this way. Okay, it will goes to 2 over 3. So when I want to compare between denominator, I have to opposite the strategy. Okay, now let's here to start with this example. In our lesson we will learn how to compare between mixed number, how to order mixed number, how to compare between decimal and fraction. So I will see now in the first example how to order those mixed number. You know that when I want to order numbers means I want to order them from the least to the greatest, okay? Or from the greatest to the least. Okay, so when I want to order numbers, I have to compare between the numbers, okay? I have to compare between the numbers, okay? So I have to compare between 6 and 1 over 2, 5, 2 and 2 over 3, 5 and 5 over 8. Let's compare between the numbers. When I want to compare between mixed number, first thing I will start my comparison between the or with the whole part. So I will compare between 5 or 6 here, 5 and 5, to know the least number and the greatest number. So I want to order here from least to the greatest, okay? So I will start with the least number. So let's see how I will do that. First thing, I know that 6 greater than 5. So without here looking at the fraction number, I will know that this number is the greatest number. This is the greatest number. How I will know that? From the whole 6, okay? From the whole. So from the whole, I will know that 6 greater than 5. So no need here to look at the fractions, okay? So this is the greatest number. Now what about those? I want to compare between 5 and 2 over 3, 5 and 5 over 8. How I will know which one is the greater and which one is the less? Let's compare. I have the same whole, 5 and 5. So I have to compare between what? Between the fractions here. 2 over 3 and 5 over 8. How I will know that, or how I will do that? Let's see together. So from the first, I will know 6 greater than 5. So this number is the greatest number. Now, how I will compare between those fractions? To compare between those fractions, I will make the denominator here the same. So I will make denominators the same, okay? Can I do that? Yes, because I can make 3 and 8 the same number. How I will do that? If I multiply those number with a number, so I can make those denominator like denominator. So how I will make that? Look, if I multiply 3 with 8, it will be what? 24. And if I multiply 8 with 3, it will be 24. So I will make the denominators the same. So I will make the denominators here equals 24. Okay? Both. So first thing, I will multiply numerator and denominator with the same number. Okay? I will multiply numerator and denominator with the same number to find the equivalent fraction here that equal 2 over 3, and I want to compare between the fractions. So first thing, I want to make denominators here 24. How I will do that? First thing, I want to multiply 2 over 3 with 8, but I have to multiply numerator and denominator with the same number to keep the same value of the fraction. So if you multiply 2 with 8, the answer will be 16. And if you multiply 3 with 8, it will be 24. So this is the first fraction. So the 5 and 2 over 3, this number or this fraction, this mixed number, become 5 and 16 over 24. Okay? So now I want to make 5 and 5 over 8 also. I want to make the denominator here 24. because I found here the common denominator. Someone of you said that you have a question about our lesson. If you have a question about our lesson, when I finish this example, you can ask me. Okay? When I finish this example. Okay? So, also I want to make here 5 over 8. Also I want to make the denominator equals 24. How I will do that? I have to multiply 8 with what? With 3. You remember how to make denominators the same. And you have to multiply numerator with the same number. Okay? In a fraction, I have to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. Now, 5 multiplied 3 equals 15. 8 multiplied 3 equals what? Equals 24. Now, can I here compare between those numbers? 5 and 16 over 5 and 16 over 24, 5 and 15 over 24. Yes, look, I have the same denominator here and here, so I can compare between numerator. Which one is the greater? Which one? I think 16 greater than 15. Okay, 16 greater than 15, or 15 smaller than 16. Okay, so which one is the smaller number? I know the greatest number is 6 and 1 over 8, okay? From the first. And I found here this number is the least number, or the smaller number. So 5 and 15 over 24 less than 5 and 16 over 24. Okay? And the last one is less than 6 and 1 over 8. Okay? So if you want to order the numbers from the least to the greatest, from the least to the greatest, I will return to the first fraction. 5 and 15 over 24. 5 and 15 over 24. It's 5 and 5 over 8. So this is the least number. 5 and 5 over 8. And after that, the number is greater than this number is 5 and 2 over 3. Because 16 over 24 is 5 and 2 over 3. And the greatest one is what? 6 and 1 over 2. Okay. Girls, I will repeat again. Quickly. I will repeat again why I multiply here the fraction. Okay, because I want to order the fraction or the mixed number here. So the mixed number, first thing, if I want to order, that means I have to compare between the numbers. So I want to compare between the mixed number here. So first thing, I will compare between the whole. If the whole numbers are equal, I have to compare between the fraction. Okay, so I will start with the whole. Look, 6, 5, 5. So I know 6 greater than 5. That means this is the greatest number. Okay, this is the greatest number. Maria, I am repeating now, so focus with me. So this is the greatest number. So I will leave it alone, and I want to compare between those numbers to know which one is the greater and which one is the least. Okay, so this is the greatest number. I found it. It will be in the end. Now, which one is the least? Okay, I want to compare between 5 and 2 over 3, 5 and 5 over 8. How I will do that? Look, I have the same whole, 5 and 5, okay? So I have to compare between 2 over 3 and 5 over 8. How I will compare between 2 over 3 and 5 over 8? I can't. Can I know here 2 over 3, 5 over 8? Which one is the greater? You can know? No, I can't. So what I have to do? I have to make here denominators the same or numerators the same. The easiest choice is to make denominators the same. How I will make the denominators the same? I will take this 8 and multiply it with the first one, and this 3 I will multiply it with the second one. So you have to switch here, okay? So you have to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number, and then you have to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. So if you multiply first one with 8, 2 over 3, look, it will be 16 over 24. And then if you multiply this 3 with 5 over 8, it will be 15 over 24. So now you have the same denominator, look, 24, 24. Now, can I compare between numerator? Yes. 16 greater than 15. That's mean this fraction or this mixed number is greater than this one. Okay? So, I can order the numbers. I know this one is the greater. I will said here G means the greater. This is the greater. So, this is the greatest, and this is the greater, and this is the least. Okay? So I will order from the least to the greatest. You have to start with the least. This one I will set L. Least, this is the least one. 5 and 5 over 8. After that, the greater than this one is 5 and 5 and 2 over 3. The greatest number, 6 and 1 over 2. Okay? So if I have mixed number, I have to make denominators the same if the whole are the same. Okay? Now let's move to exercise or the next example on page 76. Okay? In this example, I want to compare between decimal number and what? And fraction. Okay. Let's see how I will compare. Okay. I want to compare between 0.92 hundredths and 2 over 7. Okay. You know that if I want to compare between decimal number and what? And a fraction number, I have to make the numbers with the same form. Okay? With the same form. What I mean in that? I mean, if you want to compare between two numbers, the two numbers must be a decimal or the two numbers must be a fraction. Okay? So if the number, one of these numbers is a decimal number and one is a fraction, so what I have to do here? I can't here make 2 over 6. I can't, or 2 over 7 a decimal number. Why? Because I can't here divide 2 over 7. If you try to divide 2 by 7, to write this number as a decimal number, if you want to divide 2 on 7, to make it or to write it as a decimal number, you can't multiply or you can't divide, sorry. Why? Because the division for 2 over 7, it will give me an infinity decimal. Infinity, very long number. So I can divide 2 over 7. So how I will compare here between 0.92 hundredths and 2 over 7. Look, he mentioned something in this example. Compare to 1 over 2. Compare to 1 over 2. You know that because this thing will help me. So you know that 1 over 2 is a half, right? Half. And the value of this number in decimal number is what? 1 over 2. Who will tell me what is the decimal number for 1 over 2? Half, yes. How I will write the half in a decimal, Manal? 0 point what? 0 point, who will tell me? Thank you, Manal. Excellent. 0.5. It will be 0.5 because you have to save this number. You have to save this value because this is a friendly number. We name this number in math a friendly number. So I have to save it. Okay, so 1 over 2 is what? Is 0.5. I can write it as a fraction. Oh, sorry, as a decimal. I'm sorry. So now, can I compare between 0.92 and 0.5? Yes, I can. Very easy. I will start my comparison from the left side as we learn to the right side. So I will start with this digit. Look, I will start my comparison here with this digit. 0, 0 equal. Now I will continue after that for the first digit after the point, which is the tens. Thank you, Manal. 9, 5. Which one is the greater? 9 greater than 5. That's mean I will stop here and I will draw the symbol like this. It will go to 0.92 hundredths. Okay? So this is the first step. The second step, I will compare between 2 over 7 and 1 over 2 because he told me that you have to use 1 over 2 to help you in this example. So if you want to compare between those numbers 2 over 7 and 1 over 2, to compare between those numbers, what I have to do? I have to make denominators the same or numerators the same. Okay? The easiest way is to make denominators the same. How I will make denominators the same? I will multiply this fraction with what? I will multiply this fraction with 2 and this fraction with 7. Okay? I will multiply. I will switch between the denominators right here. So I will multiply this fraction with 2 and this fraction with 7. Of course, I have to multiply numerator and denominator. Okay, also here I have to multiply numerator and also denominator. Let's multiply. If you multiply 2 with this fraction, it will be what? 2 multiply 2 equals 4. 2 multiply 7 equals 14. Okay, this is the first one. Now I want to multiply 7 with 1 over 2. 7 multiply 1 equals 7. 7 multiply 2 equals 14. Now, can I compare between those two fractions? Yes. So, look, I have the same denominator. Which one is the greater? Which one has the greater number? 4 over 7. 7, right? 7 greater than 4. That's mean the symbol here will be or will go to this example or to this fraction. So 7 over 14 greater than 4 over 14. That's mean 1 over 2 greater than 2 over 7. Now 0 point, or I want what's comparison will be between what and what? Between this number and this number, right? Between 0.92 and 2 over 7. Okay, now this is the 1 over 2. Okay, I will erase this. Okay, girls. Look, this is the 1 over 2. This is the 1 over 2. And this is the number is what? 0.92. And this one is what? 0 or 2 over 7. Now, From this, I will know. Girls, please stop. I will repeat when we finish. Okay? Now, from this step and this step, I know that 0.92 greater than what? 1 over 2. And 2 over 7 less than 1 over 2. That's mean 1 over 2 greater than 2 over 7. So which one is the greater, 0.92 or 2 over 7? Of course 0.92. So I will know from this number, this friendly number 1 over 2, that 0.92 is greater than 2 over 7. I will repeat again, girls. Now, I want to compare between 0.92 and 2 over 7. This is a fraction, or this is a decimal number, and this is a fraction number. So what I have to do here to compare, I can't here write this number as a decimal, because if you try to divide 2 over 7, it will give you a long number and it will not end. The division will not end, okay? So I can't write this number as a decimal number. So what I have to do, I have to use here, told me compare to 1 over 2. That's mean use this number in your comparison to help you to know which one is the greater. So I want to compare each number with 1 over 2. I want to compare each number with 1 over 2. First number is a decimal number. So 0.92, if I want to compare it with 1 over 2, I have to write it as a decimal. And you know 1 over 2 is a 0.5 because I have to save this number. Okay? So, if you compare between 0.92 and 0.5, I have to start my comparison from the left to the right. So, this is 0 and 0. So, the same. After that, I have 9 and 5. So, 9 greater than 5, that's mean this one or this symbol goes to 0.92, and this is the greater number. Okay, let's move to step 2. In step 2, I have to compare between this number and 1 over 2. So to compare between two fractions, I have to make the denominators the same. So I will take the denominators and switch them. How I will do that? I will multiply 2 over 7 with 2, and I will multiply 1 over 2 with 7. I have to multiply both numerator and denominator. So this one will be 4 over 14, and this one will be 7 over 14. Now I will compare between the numerators. So I found here 1 over 2 is greater than 2 over 7. Now, from the ordering here, you know that 1 over 2 here, or 0.92 is greater than 1 over 2, and 2 over 7 is less than 1 over 2. So which one is the greater number? 0.92 greater than 1 or 2 over 7. That's mean this is the greater number. So the symbol will goes to 0.92. Okay? Now let's move to the another example. This example I want to compare between what? Between 0.8 and 3 over 4. To compare between those numbers, I have to write the numbers as a decimals or as a fraction. Okay, as a decimals or as a fractions. Okay, so in this example, I will write the numbers as a decimals. Okay, so I will take the fraction, okay, this one, 3 over 4, and write it as a decimal. How I will write it as a decimal? You know, if you want to write 3 over 4 as a decimal, you have to divide the numerator on denominator, as we learned. So if I want to divide 3 over 4, I have to divide it as we learned. Let's divide the numbers. 3 divided 4. Can I divide 3 on 4? Can I? No, so the first digit here, which is ones digit, will be 0. 0 multiply 4 equals 4, equals 0, I'm sorry. 0 multiply 4 equals 0. So I will subtract. This one will be 3. And the decimal point, I will take it and put it up over the decimal point in the divided. Then I will take the 0 and put it next to the 3, so it will be 30. 30 divided 4. How many 4s in 30? What is the number that I will multiply it with 4? It will give me the closest number to 30. Give me the number. Thank you, Lina. That's right. It will be 7. 7, not 9, Manal, because 9 multiply 4 equals what? Equals 36. It's greater than 30. So I want to know the number that it will give me, number smaller than 30. So 7 multiply 4 equals what? Equals 28. So I write 28 here. 30 minus 28 equals what? Equals 2. Now I will take the 0, this one, and put it next to the 2, so it will be 20. Now 20 divided 4, what is the number that I will multiply it with 4? It will be 20. Thank you, Lamar. Thank you, Tolene. It will be 5. 5 multiply 4 equals 20. Now I will subtract between the numbers. 20 minus 20 equals what? Equals 0. So the number, if I want to write 3 over 4 as a decimal number, it will be 0.75. Now, can I compare between this number and this number? Yes, I can compare between 0.8 and 0.75, right? How I will compare? Let's start our comparison from the left side to the right side. So let's start. This is the ones digit. 0 and 0, the same. So I will move to the tens here. This 8 and this is 7. Which one is the greater? 8 greater than 7. So I will stop here, and I know that 0.8 is greater than 0.75. Okay? That's mean 0.8 is greater than 3 over 4. Okay, girls? Okay? If you finish, please type 1 in the chat box. What thing you don't understand it, Asma, please? Which step, please, Asma? Specify. Okay, we will move to the next exercise, step 1 and 2. In which exercise? In which exercise? This one? This one? This one, 0.8 and 3 over 4? Which one? Okay, girls, I will repeat the same steps now in this example. I will repeat the same steps. Okay? Please, Asma, focus with me because I will repeat the same steps now. Okay? Now, I want to compare or order now the numbers. Okay? So I will repeat the same steps that I do it in the first example. So I want to order the numbers. Okay? I want to order the numbers here. 0.95, 3 over 10, 1 over 4, and 0.45. How I will order the numbers? From the least to the greatest. Let's order the numbers. If I want to order the numbers, I have to write all numbers as a decimal number or all numbers as a fraction. How I will do that? Look, I have this one is a decimal. This one is a decimal. Okay, so those are okay. Now I have 3 over 10 and 1 over 4. Those are fraction, so I have to write those numbers as a decimal number. How I will do that? I will divide the numerator on denominator. So let's start 3 over 10. 3 over 10. How I will write this number as a fraction? How I will write this one? 3 over 10. If I want to write it as a fraction, I think it's very easy for you. No need to divide numerator on denominator. So if I want to write it as a fraction, you can do it 3 over 10. You know that if I want to write the fraction as a decimal, I will put the 3 in the first digit after the point. Why? Because look, I have 10 in the denominator. That's mean I will move the point only one digit, right? That's mean it will be right here and it will be 0.3 tenths. So this 3 will be in the tenth digit. Okay? This 3 will be in the tenth digit. Or you can divide 3 on 10. It's up to you. You can do this way, or you can divide 3 on 10. So if you divide 3 on 10, the number will be 0.3. Okay? What's wrong, girls? Why you are talking on chat? So it will be 0.3. Now 1 over 4. If I want to write this number as a fraction, Asma, if I want to write this number as a decimal, this is a fraction, I want to write it as a decimal. What I have to do? From the last lesson I told you, you have to divide numerator on denominator. That's mean I will divide 1 on 4. Let's divide it. 1 on 4. 1 divided 4. Can I divide it 1 on 4? No. So it will be 0 in the first digit, or in the ones digit, right? It will be 0. 0 multiply 4, as we learned, it will be 0. Let's divide. Now this one will be 1. Now I will take the decimal point and put it up over the decimal point in the dividend. Then I will take the 10. Now 10 divided 4. Thank you, girls. Thank you, Lamar and Lena. It will be 2, because 2 multiply 4 equals 8. 2 multiply 4 equals 8. Okay? Now 10 minus 8 equals what? Equals 2. I will take the next 0. It will be 20. 20 divided 4 equals 5. Thank you. So 5 multiply 4 equals 20, as we learned. Of course, no need to write this division. No need. Just I want to write it for you to know from where I found 0.25. So the decimal number is 0.25. So no need to write the division. Okay, girls, I will take just 2 minutes to finish this example. So if I want to write this number as a decimal number, it will be 0.25. Okay? Now, can I compare or order the numbers? Yes, I can. Let's try to use here number line. So I will locate the numbers on number line. First thing, I will take 0.95. Where is 0.95? Look, this is the number line between 0 and 1, and this is 0.1, 0.2, okay, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and this is 1. So the number line will be drawn already. Okay? So if I want to locate first number 0.95, this is 0.95. After 0.90, it will be in the middle. Okay, 0.95. Now 3 over 10, I have to know the decimal number, 0.3. 3 over 10 is or equals 0.3. If I want to locate this number, it will be where? 0.3, this is 0.1, this is 0.2, so this one will be 0.3. Okay? Now I will locate the next one, 1 over 4. 1 over 4 is 0.25. 0.25. I will write it in red color. So this is 0.1, this is 0.2. It is 0.25. That's mean this is in the middle between 0.2 and 0.3. This is 0.25. Okay? I will write it here. 0.25. Now the last thing, okay, the last thing, 0.45. 0.45, it will be between 0.4 and 0.5. So in the middle between those numbers, 0.45. Now, can I order the numbers from the list to the greatest? Yes. From the number line, I will know that this one is the list number, 0.25, and this one is the greatest number, 0.95. Okay? But 0.25 is what? 0.25 is 1 over 4, right? So I will write it here, 1 over 4. We finish our session. Just 1 minute, girls. Now, after that, 0.3 is greater than this number. That's mean I will write 3 over 10. The number that represents 0.3. That's mean 3 over 10. Okay? After that, 0.45. Okay? And the last one is 0.95. Okay, girls? So this is the order. Okay, girls, thank you very much for attending